Angel chorus. I have inspiration. Sorry guys, no video today. I need to go write everything down with epic music. Where do I start? What do I do? How do I? No, that's not right. Okay. Okay, hold on. Sorry guys. Journals. Let's see. There's so many elastics on these. Not the right journal. Not the right journal. Why do I have, is that a math? Why do I have so many journals? Okay. Pen. Open. Playlist. Aha! Yep. Okay. It's gone. Why? Hello there. You may call me Miss Introvert, and here on this channel we write, we edit, we learn, and we grow. And I'm growing right along with you guys, so we're really all in the same boat. As you saw just a minute ago, I had inspiration for a little over a minute, and suddenly, as soon as it came, it was gone. But today I wanted to talk about what I usually do when I'm more level-headed and I have inspiration, and about what I don't want to do when I have inspiration, which is sometimes writing, ironically. But first, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like poetry, book plotting, character development, book writing, anything related to writing, we have it all here on this channel. If you like this video and you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up and make sure that you comment down below what I can be doing to improve, because this is still a little baby channel, and sure, we've got over 1,000 subscribers, but that's still a baby channel. I have to tell myself that, even though I'm so pumped that we have over 1,000 subscribers. Like, that's a lot of people, but there's still a lot more I could be doing. I'm recording on my phone right now. It's kind of tilted on my ring light. I don't know how to fix that. You know how to fix that? Tell me in the comments. Some of you guys are writing original poetry, and I would love to read it. Send it to me via my email list. I will hopefully have a newsletter out soon, and I would just love to be interacting back and forth with an audience, but also interacting with you one-on-one. So please send me your poetry. I'd love to read it. I'd love to encourage you, and I would love to give you feedback if you would like it. But I also want to encourage you to get published, because your guys' writing is so good, so powerful, and it moves me every time I read it. So please send your poetry to me, whether it's writing it down below in the comments for me to be like, thank you for sharing, this is so good, or for any critiques or whatever you want. Or of course, there's my mailing list, so you can find that on my website. It's in the link in the description. And if you're interested in becoming a beta reader, there is a whole application that you can fill out in the description of this video, and I will send you a email and we'll talk about it, and eventually I will hopefully send you the manuscript and you can be a part of the process of getting it published. And it's a fantasy and it's kind of filled with horror, and I'm really excited about it, so I hope that you are as well, and I hope that we get to publish it one day. Oh boy. But enough about me, let's talk about inspiration. Number one, don't ignore the muse. If inspiration is knocking at your door, open it. Start the conversation, take notes, go insane, do whatever you have to do to make her stay. Turn on the epic soundtrack, or white noise, or a classical piece, or whatever keeps you motivated to continue writing, or maybe you just want complete silence. So cut out every distraction in your life and write down what the muse is trying to tell you. Whatever you need to do to focus, do that. This is a very exciting moment and a very rare moment, because inspiration, she rarely strikes. For me anyway. There's a lot of people that have loads of inspiration. In fact, she probably strikes more than I give her credit for, and I ignore her. If you do ignore her, those ideas will start to stew and spin around in your head, and what happens to me is I can't sleep, I get really restless, I get distracted, and all the other tasks I have to do in the day seem both pointless and the most on-point thing I have to do for the day, as long as it's not writing. So sometimes inspiration can come with procrastination. It's so confusing. And there are sometimes that inspiration comes, but there's no motivation. which sucks. But even if that's the case, try your best to keep that inspiration with you. That could be drafting, that could be listing ideas, that could be map making, that could be calling up a friend or a peer and telling them your ideas, or it could be just screaming to yourself about your idea in your room as you masterfully craft your best twist yet. Just don't ignore her, because when you sit down to write that draft, 9 times out of 10, she's not gonna be there. And yes, sometimes she's there and it's awesome, but a lot of the time she's not. And if you're making this a career and you're sticking to your habits, then you have to stick to your schedule. And inspiration didn't get that memo for some reason. You try to send it to her and she's off in her little whimsy world. She's probably listening to the character playlists that you made for her. Even if you make her hot cocoa and you get her favorite coffee and you get her favorite juice, I don't know why I'm listing all these drinks. If you make her favorite snack, if you read your favorite scene in a book recently, she's sometimes still not gonna come. But those are great tactics to use, especially the coffee. Sometimes I'm just in denial about that one. Excuse me, I'm having withdrawals. Number 2, drafting with inspiration. So that's the idea phase. But if you find yourself with inspiration while you're drafting, I envy you. Usually though, if you just start drafting, the inspiration will come. And there are times that you start drafting and inspiration will just drift further and further away from you. But from my experience, she usually catches on to the ideas that we have and the dialogue we're making. And she's like, okay, this is cool, this is fun, and then we'll continue. Inspiration usually comes if I'm reading or editing through an old work in progress, and we both just start to realize how much we loved this work that we made, and it becomes all the more important to continue to finish it. But we're talking about drafting. So when you're drafting with inspiration, let it take you to unknown places. Don't stop for anything. If you have to research something, make a note of it. If you're not sure that was the right way to phrase that, who cares? If you open the draft the next day and you're revolted by the sight of your chapter that is barely legible, just breathe. Yeah, sorry, writing feels like you are on the best height of your life and the next day looks like absolute garbage. But that's normal. You'll edit later and you'll polish whatever you've written, God forbid, before someone reads what you wrote. But without that horrible writing that makes you question your sanity and life choices, you wouldn't have the draft. You need the draft. And you had inspiration to write it? Double points. Number 3, inspiration strikes at the wrong time. So you're deep in a project, it's going really well, and suddenly you have this huge idea for another work in progress that seems so much bigger than the one you're working on right now. You haven't even started on it yet. The next choice is up to you. You can either keep writing this one, or you can brainstorm the next one, or you could do both, which is overwhelming. But resist the urge to feel overwhelmed. I get it, you've got a lot going on besides writing.
Can you imagine if society just entrusted us with our ideas and just paid us to write whatever we wanted? Like, it's like, I'm gonna be a writer, and we actually want to write a book, and I'm gonna make this and entertain us and turn us all the money you need to support yourself while you're trying to make this book for not only like the edits and the cover art and the marketing, but also so you can live and eat, not die. How nice would that be? Like, you met someone when you're writing a book, and it's not a query letter, it's not an agent or a publishing deal, it's just you're being paid to write because. And you no longer have the feeling that you should be doing something else with your life.
Anyway, resist that urge to feel overwhelmed, because we writers already have too many voices in our heads. I've already introduced you to some of mine. It's gonna be hard now, especially if you have like a lot going on, but if you make it work and you put in the time and effort, one day we'll all hopefully be these amazing published authors or poets or script writers, and we'll have a bunch of accolades, and we'll also be sharing our stories with people and it's helping them, and we'll be able to write as many ideas as we want without time crunches. I mean, there'll still be time crunches and they'll probably be a lot more overwhelming than whatever you have to worry about right now, but yay, it'll be worth it, time crunches. How nice would that be? That's my dream anyway. So don't feel bad about that idea that you had. Hopefully it'll be just as important to you if you continue to write it, and it'll be important to readers one day as well. But if you actually set a deadline, stick to it. I don't know where we would be without our deadlines. Speaking of deadlines, I need to figure out when I'm self-publishing. You didn't need to know that. Once again, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below what your inspiration is like. Is it sporadic? Is it here all the time? Is it a phantom inspiration? Is it just here one day and gone the next? Or is it just utterly confusing? Again, if you want your poetry read, subscribe to my email list and we can talk about it. We can talk about beta reading for my book. I would love to have you guys be part of the process because you're all so brilliant and smart and creative. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you've been inspired to write without inspiration and stay basic. Okay, bye!